Hi, how you doing? Thanks for dropping by. This is the 3:01 in the afternoon here on the 31st of December 2022, and I'm in the north of Scotland, and I'm gonna come on and try and play a couple of tunes. I wander today to the hills, Maggie, to watch the sea below, and the creek oh, mill, Maggie, used to long ago. The green grove is gone from the hills, Maggie, where first our daisies sprung. But to me, you're as fair as you were, Maggie, and I were young. They say that I'm feeble with age, Maggie, my steps are much slower than them, but my life is a well-written song, Maggie, since you and I were young. And now I have vowed, live my time, songs we have sung, but to me you're as fair as you were, Maggie, since you and I were young. Hello Tris Wells, hello Shelley, how you doing? Welcome. Hey, wish you all the best for the coming new year. It's been a hard year for me this year. I get friends that passed away. You know, we smoke related illnesses from playing in pubs, same venues that I played at, like in Last of the Breed up here. You know, we're dropping like flies, but I'm still carrying on celebrating because I loved every minute of my music. You know, I thought, putting aside the smoky bars and stuff, it's I loved it. I love what I had all the way up and down the country. I've travelled the full length of Britain just with an instrument, and meet a different audience every single day. It's strangers as well. They don't even know each other. People don't understand what I get from it when you walk in a place full of strangers with an instrument and people don't even know each other in the place, like tourists from other areas. And as soon as someone comes in with an instrument, like I've done all my life, somebody asks me to do a song and it gets people singing, and it gets them talking, it gets them buying each other drinks. It's really, really been such a powerful social tool for me all my life, since it's the greatest gift. I mean, it's a gift I never had to sell. I never used to charge for playing music because I didn't believe in selling a gift. And but I always got rewarded by times that I did have agreements with a price with someone when music, money and music get just I play from my heart, not from my pocket, and I just I used to just walk away if I had a price and they gave it and quibble a bit. I'd just say, put it back in your pocket. I don't want it now, and that's me gone. I loved it. I had the ability to actually do that because all I needed to do was just go somewhere else, pick up a guitar, magic, whatever I needed. You know, not expecting anything. It's I'm really going out all out to celebrate my life in a way like it because I think I made quite a good job of it. Like it's only coming to the end now. Like by I'm going to try and rock on and live forever. I'll be DJing, yeah. All the summer times come, and the leaves are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain tide goes around the blooming heather. Well, you go, lassie, go. And we'll all go together to the wild mountain tide all around the blooming heather. Well, you go, lassie, go. I love the bower by Yonker and crest the fountain, and round it I will pile all the wild birds off the mountain. Well, you go, lassie, you and we'll all go together to the wild mountain tide all around the blooming heather. Well, you go, lassie, go. And if my true love she'll not come, then I'll surely find another to pull wild mountain tide all around the blooming heather. Well, you go, lassie, go. Sing it. Sing ready. And we'll all go together to pull wild mountain tide all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? I'm going to sing a song called Mulligan Tower, and this year God spares me, I'm going to go there and do some filming and do my stuff and do some recording. The Highland Council have provided me with a bus pass, allowing me to go around hospitals, when things go around hospitals and stuff, and people long-term hospitals, and bring a bit of entertainment to them and homes and stuff like that throughout the Highlands. So that's my plan, but I'm definitely going to head for Skye as soon as I can, as soon as this cold air gets going. I'm going to fulfill my life's ambition to go there, and I'm going to come back with that awful song, and I'm going to put my own spin to it. Totally, I'm going to totally rock that song. Metal influences coming in, and the bagpipes and guitar. I've been playing bagpipes along with the guitar 40 years before anyone else did. I had a sibling that was a really great quality piper, and she was playing the pipes downstairs, which the pipes inside the house is very, very loud instrument, and I was upstairs with my electric guitar, and I couldn't hear my electric guitar for the pipes. I mean, she never heard my electric guitar, but I could, but I was sitting in my room playing a distorted guitar to the bagpipes and playing a Scottish tunes with a really heavy metal sound, and I just thought, wow, that works, and people used to be quite sort of impressed with it, just a piece of fun. I'm Long Legs, how you doing? Thank you for coming along. Terry, how you doing? Hi Terry, good to see you. I'm having a hot whiskey, guys, for my throat, and it's doing the trick. It's a good painkiller as well. It's got honey and brown sugar in it as well. So you guys need to take if you get a really heavy cold. It's Ball of Kintyre, oh, mist rolling in from the sea. My desire is always to be Ball of Kintyre. Far have I traveled, much have I seen, past distant mountains, valleys of green, past painted deserts, sunsets on fire, as they carry me onto Mull Kintyre. Mull Kintyre, oh, mist rolling in from the sea. My desire is always to be Mull Kintyre. Swoop through the heather like deer in the glen. Carry me back to the days I knew then. Nights when we sang like a heavenly choir of the lives and the times of the Mull of Kintyre. Sing it. Mull of Kintyre, oh, mist rolling in from the sea. My desire is always to be Mull Kintyre. Mull Kintyre, oh, mist rolling in from the sea. My desire is always to be Mull of Kintyre. That was Mull of Kintyre there by Paul McCartney. take a couple of minutes to have a nicotine fix. Yeah, trying to wean it off these things. Thank you, Shelley. Thank you. Welcome anyway. Thanks for coming along. Yeah, this is the first time that I've had a happy new year in my life. Seriously, like, in a way, coming in a way. Every, I heard that saying every new year, happy new year, happy new year. Nobody seems to know what happy new year is, but this is my first year away. Finding out what it is, because I've had a really great time. Amidst all the stuff of the year, I've had a really great time on my YouTube channel with all you guys, your supporters, and I can't say enough how much I really appreciate you. I love you all, every one of you, for even giving me the time of day, Uh, oh yeah, totally, totally. Watch this space. Yeah. Because I've actually receded back musically to when I was 15. And this is like my 15-year-old voice that you're hearing now. Funny thing kind of happened to me, like after my most recent experiences, and I started playing guitar. Like, well, I was no bad at guitar when I was quite young. Like, but I experienced a lot of hatred from other musicians who had to pay to learn to play and got stuck with everything. I didn't have that problem really. I just there is a teachers there to say that I just picked it up and played. I'm really glad that I'm given that gift, and I get told often that. I can't tell you how it makes you feel when someone says, when you meet someone that's poorly or whatever and sing a song for them, like what it does for them. Like, it's, that kind of feedback I get every day on my travels. Like, it's, I never ever searched. Everybody's looking for happiness, right? Firstly, you should head for content and inner peace. Because see, when you find content, happiness will follow you. Happiness is something that comes after you. Like happiness will run to you. Oh yeah, totally. Totally. Do you know through life, I've been knocked to the ground so many times from building myself up and brought back to nine. Uh, on the path, just pick yourself up, dust yourself off. Highlander of Scotland, Scotland. Hey, just hi Simba, how you doing? Good to see you. I see Scotland, though it does have beauty, but it's been cluttered up with windmills now, by being rural or being out sitting quietly. People don't understand the tranquility of being sitting in the country, rural, just listening to nature, listening to the birds. And when I used to sit and play a tune, animals used to come out of the woodwork, and if you sit quietly, when you're walking in the country, up rivers and stuff, you don't hear it, you don't see anything because everything can hear you coming and hides. But if you go there and just sit quietly, then half an hour or whatever, you'd be surprised at wildlife acts like that is all around you, looking at you, rabbits, moles, it's everything. Sorry, I'm probably wavering a lot of rubbish here, like, but that's truthful. Look at. Oh, I'll tell you what, I do remember, and there's one thing that I am so grateful for, and Shelley, be it a Scottish thing, I know how to make a bowl of soup with all the ingredients in it for one bowl for a giant. That's one thing good about it that I learned in life as well as how to cook. I learned how to cook when I was a bairn, and nourishment is very, very important for the good of your health. There's a lot of foods that could easily replace medications if you get the right ones and all the right diet. But right now I'm on a high protein diet. I'm building up that because I was run down, but I'm getting there. I'm seeing a wee bit of difference and change, but this is definitely going to. That's a no. Look, if I want to save my voice, and this is what I love what I'm doing, so that's got to go. Look at because all these inhalers and stuff like that, I mean, this thing, for instance, this blue inhaler, you'll not believe the cost of that. I don't know how much that was, but the pink one that I had before that, I, also I had to buy one when I was in London because I forgot to take it because I was just new to using it, and it was £58 for one of them. And this one's a bit. These blue inhalers, they're about £80 for one of them. And see this, I don't like showing my meds, but see this. If you are on this, please get that, reduce it, change away, reduce it. I'm not saying stop because everybody needs something. Try if you can stop as fair warning because that's about £300 or something like that for that, and that is stopping that from doing its job. And actually, in fact, I am just really an insult just now doing both of these to the great care and help that I've had from the medical people. That's like spitting in their face. Horrible, because I'm doing both of these because that is stopping that from doing its job, and that caused you to need that. Even if you didn't smoke a cigarette at all in your entire life, you may have been in an environment of passive smoking, but never mind. On to positive things anyway. On a positive note, as I say, these things are keeping me alive, and change is coming this new year, and furthermore, right, singing. I know singing is difficult to do when you have asthma and respiratory conditions, but try to sing. And see when you're in great pain. See if you're ever lying there on the ground with massive pains in your heart. Sing. What have you got to lose? Sing. It doesn't matter if you think you can't sing, right? Because that will make a difference. I'd love to pass that message on to the world as a message. In your times of trouble and you can't do nothing, sing because it'll reactivate your brain and naturally inbuilt body make you feel better, and also give you a good grounding on regulating your breathing to take you out of that situation, a painful situation. That could be enough to actually save you enough that you can get back on your feet and get help, you know. Yeah, right, watch this. I was doing it 200 on this thing, uh, which is very, very bad. Because I was 300, which is very, very bad uh, as well. But that was a depreciation of 30. Now, every asthmatic uh, should, can I beg you, please go and ask your GP to get you one of those, because that is a great indicator of for monitoring your daily health and early if you have this conditions, because when I went to my GP and medical team and said that I'd gone from 300 to 200 and told them what was actually happening to my body, they got it right first time. When I say that, they knew exactly what to do, exactly what to subscribe, and you can probably see the benefits that with the progress. I know it's been hard and it's been disturbing seeing what actually happened on my channel away, and I know my singing is awful. That people have told me that it's awful, and but it's something I had to do because I am doing a documentary on the dangers of smoking for musicians, and if I can affect and help one person in my life through this channel that says, yeah, look what I did to him, take on board, because I had all the warnings and I ignored it, and because I did like my cigarette, like, and I mean, everybody needs something. I don't need to learn to sing, honestly. I'll tell you what, from here on in, right, I'm going to do songs with choruses on it, right? You're sitting in your homes, I'll eat. And because it's singing is so good for you, and it's so good for everybody around you too, you know. Eh, oh, sorry, another. Eh. Oh, look at that. That's progress. That's 350 hertz. That's wow. Oh, that might be a fluke. Look at that. And again, that's a major breakthrough. But I got off of tobacco because smoking a roll up now, I was doing an Inverness and I smoked. I smoked fags for a week. I changed into fags. I smoked a roll up. I took 2 puffs of it, and the cough that actually came from it, I thought, "Get that out your hand, you silly man!" And I put it out, away. Because see all that tobacco, that cheap tobacco. Tobacco's not the same. Even the stuff you get in the shops, there's counterfeit. You're smoking rubbish, and that's pretty amazing. Okay. Oh wow! I can't wait till my GP sees that. Like, guys, that's definitely. Oh, That's worth celebrating. Because since I've gone on the fags and on the tobacco, I can't inhale properly, and it's only going like just in the back of my throat and coming back out. But and here we go again. Reminder. This is my constant reminder. As I say, on the countdown, 30 fags to go or something like that. Because the level of fitness that I had when I was young, like, because I didn't smoke much. I I only smoke a fag an hour. You know, I'd be digging, picking shovel for an hour, and I'd stop, sit down, and have a cup of tea, like, cup of tea and a fag. That was all. I gave more fags away than I smoke myself, because that's one thing for sure. Like, I used to feed. I was sick fed up of feeding other people with fags when I was young. Like, it's Johnny Diesel. So I think who is. I'm going to have a wee scroll through the chat there. Oh wow, my brain is just spinning with joy that they inhalers just now, because I'll tell you what, nobody can say that on the brink that they're not scared. That's one thing I learned. It's a great feeling sinking into that deep trance. I can't explain the feeling. It's just, and here I am on YouTube among the funniest people in the world. Well, certainly my world anyway. Like, you're the funniest people in my world. Reading through chat here, guys, you can't believe it. It just touches my heart. You people come along here. I know how lucky I am. That's one thing for sure. As for the drinking, though, like, with the coming year, I mean, I like my whiskey, I like my hot toddy. It's a medication to me. I don't take any form of painkillers. Uh, but like any medication, you got to get a dosage right. You don't take too much. You can't take too much toddy anyway. Like, you just fall asleep, rock you like a baby. Like, take away all your major cold symptoms and probably make you sing like a Lindy as well. But the big secret is the honey, though. I'm using Manuka honey, but if you got local honey, as close to your house as possible. If there's any beekeepers as close to your house, get some local honey, because for allergies and everything like that, honey is such a powerful, powerful medicine. It's one of the most powerful medicines on earth. And it's got a shelf life of 10,000 years or something like that. Like, apparently, it sugars up and all that. Like, all you need to do is turn it upside down, give it a mix, and it's back. It's still got the same potencies and forever. I worked like a bee, when I was young. Like, I was highly protective over the bees. I still am, like, because bees and the earthworms, they're working early in the morning, we're sleeping, and a bee's either on its way to work or on its way home. That's how I hate people killing bees. It's only got one chance in life, one sting, and that's him finished. That's what, and it's only the female bee that stings. The male doesn't sting. He's only got one job. He does his job and then gets killed. A, a female kills him, then stings him and kills him, and it's as a big bee that you usually see over in these parts. You usually see them cutting a bit in springtime. They're dogs and that's because they've been stung, and that's because a female of the species is more deadlier than the male. It's no fair how a female got a sting and the male didn't. It's not fair. But God had his plan. But what was he think though when he made it duck bill platypus? You know, all God's creatures got a place in the choir. Hi, it's a song. I must learn that someday. All God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing high. Some sing out loud on telephone wire. Some just clap their hands. Right now we need to sing. Oh, that's a major improvement. Curiosity, after having a cigarette, see what a cigarette has done to me. Like, see, it's starting at zero. Like, see, look, 350 watt deterioration. That's just after smoking a cigarette. That's a deterioration of 100 just because of that cigarette. So, I will do that again later to see if that's the same, and then create a longer time in between the cigarettes and try and get active. That's my plan of action because I've got to get up. Well, I'm going to put the kettle on. I need a warm drink. I'll be in a wee second. Manuka honey, 1 teaspoonful of Manuka honey. And you put your honey in the cup and boil the kettle, and then pour hot water in to dissolve the honey. You'll see it dissolve in, and then you pour in some whiskey, 35 ml measure of whiskey, and fill a cup up with hot water then, and take 2 teaspoonfuls of brown sugar, and that's a really powerful medication. If you got like a heavy flu symptoms, but as I say, be careful. Wait if you're on other medications as well. That I may, I wouldn't want anyone to, yourself. I wouldn't want anyone to take a toddy if it was going to be any harm to them, but it does me good. And now the brown sugar. 2 teaspoonfuls of brown sugar. Don't worry if you don't like the taste. No medication is meant to taste good, or you take too much of it. Watch it do its magic. Good Barbara, hello, good to see you. Get this with Road Rambler, Shelley, Mama Long Legs. Oh yeah, we all seen about wasps, right? Everybody, I've always found wasps. I don't like wasps flying about me, I must admit, but wasps do a great job. Everybody hates them, kills them. Imagine going about your business, right? Going about, having a wee fly, oh, colourful day, have a fly, and bang, a big feet comes stamping on top of you. What life for a wasp that's not doing any harm to anyone? Definitely if it stings. If a wasp stings me, that's a threat to my life, and he's dead. For sure. If a wasp stings me, it's made an attempt on my life, and that's the only time. No, I don't. I don't even know if I could kill a wasp now. I don't kill anything. By 2022, the end of. Remembering Millennium, that big scare of computers and everything, the world coming to an end. Well, a lot of money, all that rogue computer companies like Apple and that made it us. Them fool by making their stuff not compatible anymore, and what you spend your hard money on. It was no longer any use, and they had to be put in a bin, and you had to go and buy something more expensive when if it broke. I got ripped off really bad by the computer industry. I invested all my everything I had because I needed the technology to do what I do. Music's only a small part of what I do. There's so many aspects to the music. There's a recording side, there's a video. People have considered me an audiovisual specialist. It's local companies and all that. But I was really lucky. Both in camera training and everything, that I had the best. I did the actual best tuition that North of Scotland and further Scotland had to offer. So. And this coming year, because I'm just going to be traveling bits and pieces, going to meeting, doing what I like doing for as long as I can. That's I'm going to go and see some good places. So I'm definitely heading for Skye anyway, as soon as I'm fit and as soon as I say, as weather warms up. And I'll be doing hopefully I'll be doing a live stream from over there as well. I built myself a wee studio that fits in a backpack, and it's full audio visual studio. Just that and my guitar, and I'm away. Speed on the road like a bird on the way, onward the sailors cry. Carry the light, was born to be gay, over the sea, the sky. While the winds howl, loud the waves roar, thunderclaps rally, baffled and foes stand on the shore, follow their way day. Sweet on the road, like a bird on the way, onward the sailors cry. Carry the light that's born to be king, over the sea, the sky. Many a lad fought on that day, will declare more goodwill. When the night came, silently lay dead on Culloden's field. Speed bombing home like a bird on the way, onward the sailors cry. Carry the light that's born to decay, over the sea, the sky. Through the waves leap, so shall you reap the ocean's royal bed. Rocked in the deep, Flora will keep watch by your weary head. Speed on the boat like a bird on the way, onward the sailors cry. Carry the light that's born to be gay, over the sea, the sky. That's me singing. That's my talking voice that I'm singing with. That's completely different. My singing voice, as I probably explained this before, it's completely different. Come from a completely different place. That's how good that I could switch between both. But this is my 15-year-old voice that I'm singing in just now. But it's croaky, just like it was when my voice was breaking. I didn't stop singing when my voice was breaking. I kept on singing. That was quite a bad move because it took me till I was about 26 years old before my voice properly broke. And I remember saying to a musician when I was 16, I couldn't wait till I got older, till my voice matured, till I got to his age, and he was 40-year-old. He said, he thought I was talking a lot of rubbish when I said about, 40-year-old, but when I was 40-year-old, they came up and said, see what you mean. Watch you all over the years, you know, and oh, flower of Scotland, when will we see her likes again? That fought and died for we that Helen Glen and stood against him. Proud Edward's army and sent them over. They think again. These days are past now. In the past, they must be made. For we can still rise now, be a nation again, and stood against proud Edward's army and sent them over. They think again. These hells are bare now, and all our land is winds fell, windmills, our land and our beauty lost to technology's fill. Let's stand against proud Edward's army and send them over. They think again. Oh, flower of Scotland, well, we see her face again. That fought and died for we met Helen Glen and stood against him. Proud Edward's army and sent him over. They I think I'm on the mend, but as far as my breathing's going, anyway. See what isn't it? 350, it's still holding at 350, I'd say. Oh, you no idea, guys, what a difference that is for the body. You know, going from 200, because that's so hard on the body, it's putting strain on your heart, your all your vital organs, and closing them up. You know, and as I say, wee 5 minutes, and I'm going to read through the chat because these glasses, guys, this is not my proper glasses. Look, this is just a 99p shop ones, and I cannot see with them. Much the same, like, you know. That's another thing that smoking does. For a fact, my eyesight has deteriorated very, very badly, and that's symptom of smoking as well, of COPD. My my eyes were really, really good, sharp, and everything. Well, compute computing really destroyed my eyes, like in a way, because I was working too long on them, like in a way. Health and safety, as a video editor, with health and safety, you're supposed to only be on a computer for 20 minutes, go and have a cup of coffee and do that. You kind of, in reality, you kind of do that in the workplace. It's only government funded things that can do that. Like if you're working for a business, you kind of do that. You've got to be working all the time. It's getting old. We're getting old, and let us not forget about getting older, guys. Because I tell you what, in comparison over the last 5 years, to see, in the last 5 years, I've aged, and physical health, I've aged probably 30 years in the last 5 years. Quite a few people say that, just a debilitating, horrible disorder, COPD. As, well, I've got loads of other conditions as well, but that's the one I was worried about. But it's taken so many musicians, here in Caithness, and Caithness was a very, very powerful place for musicians, music community, and there's still a few left that's trying to hold on to that heritage. But they are north of Scotland, the Highlands of Scotland. We've been blessed with the musicians that we've had here. And the way musicians meet passing through life, it's kind of beat it when you meet a stranger, another musician, and both of you play in harmony. It's none compares. Oh, I'm looking at his comments and I'm like, hey guys, yeah, touching this is to my heart. Our heroes, all right, hey. I've not had a shot of playing that game, but I do believe like it's a skill that people have actually done quite well with Guitar Hero. I saw a friend who did bass with that Guitar Hero thing. I saw that a few years ago, and he just by himself he went and learned that, like, and then and they were downloading a musical score for that game for certain songs, and without him even hearing the actual things, he was so good at it. He was playing it like first off, and I was thinking, crikey, it's like note for note for the original. It's a good teaching tool, piece of technology. Technology has cost me a fortune, and my house is fell away, and someday it's going to land up in the skip. They say it's out of date, but it's still. I'm probably the only person that's still got every single audio and video format. But I'll see about passing it on to someone who can maybe use it as an archive center, because there's definitely a big call for someone doing archiving of a videotape, audio tape, and stuff like that. Records that can be lost, and people don't have a machinery to do it anymore. They all dump it, the videos and everything like that. But I've got it all looking. I'm going to use it someday. I'm going to find someone to set up and train and get, just like take on an apprentice, just get him up, get someone, him or her, just a briefing on how to operate everything and how to do everything for transferring tapes and stuff. And because for someone being able to do that in this day and age, they're rapidly fading, and it's a skill that I always pass my knowledge and skills on freely. I love doing it, as I say, I've never ever had to sell my gift, but it did bring me good things, without expecting it. Expect nothing in life, and if you get something good, it is good. But the amount of times that I've been working for someone with a money situation, I hate dealing with money. I didn't like saying a price to anybody. Like, I just needed what I needed for that day. Do you know what I mean? My meal and whatever I needed for that day, and anybody I came up to conflict with money for, like, I could have extracted that money from them, but I chose not to. I used to just walk away, and if I walked away from someone, they were going to pay me. Nothing on earth would let me take that money out. But it's just my principles, and dare someone throw money at my feet, that brings it Highlander to me when someone does that. I get as a time when I'm like, we'd say help my kilt. I'm proud to be a Highlander. A lot of Vikings up here, a lot of Saxons, a lot of rogues, and a lot of nice people too. Here's to y'all. If there's any people from Caithness watching, there will be a couple though. New Year used to be such a busy time for me, festive season back in the day. I had music everywhere at New Year. I had set places to go and that. I remember the weather back in those days. It always seemed to be snowing at New Year here, and traipsing through waist deep snow, at New Year to go and wish somebody a happy New Year. It's something that doesn't happen now. It's people, you used to be able to just knock on a stranger's house, and strangers would knock on your door. You'd invite them in and give them there was little wee glasses, shot glasses. You gave them that, wish them happy New Year. Got hospitality, give them hospitality. Scottish feed at New Year. There was always a feed on the table, like a buffet kind of thing. Bowl of ties, panicip, everything for New Year. Just eat. It was a big thing. Scottish, certainly Highland Scottish hospitality anyway. I mean, I still got I don't got many visitors that come here now, but I used to feed everybody that used to come here. Because I just love cooking, and it's easy to make for two as it is to make for one. But cooking and singing is my two best assets. I love to cook a meal for yous, for every one of you guys someday. Scottish meal, even a plate of mince and ties, Arnold's mince, top fare. A feed of the home bakery pies. then here to see what's one sad day a long time ago. I set sail from the shore. Knew I was going far away. Many a day on the isle, Shetland Isle, you are the isle for me. Up Hillia has gone for me, northern lights over the sea. I set sail on the ocean quail. I waved to my loved ones on the pier. I knew I was going far away. My way was white and covered in snow. On the isle, Shetland Isle, you are the isle for me. Up Hillia has gone for me, northern lights over the sea. For 10 years more I've been away. I'm doing the real flying, but I'll never stay. Enough times a night I set for the light, and make that light with a smile. On the isle, Shetland Isle, you are the isle for me. Up Hillia has gone for me, northern lights over the sea. On the isle, Shetland Isle, you are the isle for me. Up Hillia has gone for me, northern lights over the sea. Oh, hello, Toogie Doug, Fortuna. Hey, sorry, I just spotted you there, Rick. Hey, I hope you have a really good New Year. Toogie, I apologize. I heard on the grapevine yesterday that I appeared to be menacing on playing on coming to playing people's channels with my sore throat, and my singing was quite bad. But I hope I didn't cause anybody any kind of disrupt or boredom. I do apologize. It's just something I had to do. As I say, I'm trying to get into a West breathing thing, and singing plays a major role in doing it for me. As I say, my people know, they can see the progress. Certainly in the last 2 weeks. Certainly learned some valuable lessons in life this year, though. That's one thing for sure. Changed days. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Nah, I'm only joking. I couldn't be bad to anybody if I tried. It's just not my nature. Well, guys, I'm going to call it quit now because that stuff making me sleepy. I'm going to go and have a nap for an hour and wait and see. My phone's probably going to go with some kind of arrangement tonight. Somebody maybe want me to come along and do a couple of tunes or something. Maybe I'm not planning on going out in New Year, but if there is one place if I get invited, if they phone me, I'll go out there because it's New Year and they've been good to me. So that's my way of saying thanks, and thanks to everybody here for your endless support. That's my channel. Surely now hit 40k views. I'm waiting for YouTube to do counting up, but thank you so much, guys. I didn't think I would have gone 40 views, and it's down to you guys for your endless support. I love you all, and thank you so much. And I hope everything comes to you that you wish for a 2023, which is a 16 years, 7 hours and 45 minutes or something like that, like to the end of this year. It's goodbye 2022. I'll always remember you for the things that happened, the goods and bad and all. Happy New Year, everybody, when it comes. The best. Cheers. And then 3 and 5, 4. And thank you.